So 2023 is here in full effect, and welcome back to the show. I'm Jorge Padilla. This is Coffee Break, where we talk about career, confidence, and coffee. Now it's about 2 in the afternoon, so I'm not gonna have coffee right now. I already had it this morning, but today I'm talking about 3 tips, just 3, so you aren't overwhelmed with a bunch of information, but 3 tips to make it easier to create content in 2023. That sounds weird, 2023. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the show, you can find this podcast on all social media platforms like YouTube, for example, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, as well as Spotify, where podcasts are available in video format and as well. But thank you so much if you've been following along. If you have, then you're aware that I'm basically back after a hiatus of about 9 months. And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the podcast and the show, well, welcome. I hope you learned something and I'm able to add value to your day in the form of educational, engaging, and sometimes entertaining content. So again, 3 tips to making content. Sorry, there's a fly. 3 tips to make content creation easier for you in 2023. Number 1, and I'm doing this as I make the video, is to record on the camera itself. Whether you're using your phone or a camera, whatever you want to use is up to you. What you have available is basically the best one to use, but record within the native app if you're using your phone. The reason is you want to be able to distribute all of these on other platforms to make it easier to create content and basically use one piece to make more. And that goes into, tip number 2 in just a moment. But the reason you want to do this, and I've tried this out, I've experimented with it to see if the algorithm or the apps pick something up that we aren't aware of. When you use the social media platform to record, and then you export that video, you download it, and then you post it somewhere else, even if physically it doesn't show a watermark of the social media's trademark logo or something like that, internally it does have that watermark. And the social media platform, if it's a competitor, picks that up and it's like, we're not gonna push this video out as much. Even if it is really good or somewhat good or average, it's gonna perform a lot lower than your other videos if you record them within the app or just on your camera or the camera app on your phone. So that's number 1. Don't use the social media platform app to create your content. That way it doesn't have a watermark when you distribute it to the others. Super simple. Now, number 2, and talking about making more pieces of content. So basically, when you distribute it everywhere else, you are making or using one piece of content to make more pieces of content. So instead of working harder to make up more podcast episodes, book more clients, and get your word out of your business or your brand, it's already done for you with one piece of content. So, and I'll tell you right now, if I'm making this one for YouTube for the channel, right? Well, I can get this exact same file uploaded through Anchor, which lets you post your podcast on Spotify and other podcasting platforms. And I have 2 pieces of content off of just one recording. Also, even though I'm recording in landscape mode here, if I were to post the same video to TikTok or Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, if I just select shorts, it's going to compress it a little bit, or I can just edit it to make it fit a vertical format or leave it in landscape mode as well. So just another tip there to make it easier to make more content out of one piece of content. Now, number 3, and this is going to be super simple as well. And again, trying to keep it simple because I know it can be overwhelming when you're first starting out content creation or your goals for the year. And it's like, well, what camera do I use? What microphone do I use? Which platform is the best? What time do I post? And is the lighting just right? None of that really matters. The point is you want to get started. So having efficient processes in place to get started and keep going and build up that momentum to figure things out along the way as you go will just take a lot of stress off of you of just getting started. So number 3 is going to be carousels. Now, carousels is super simple to do. Basically, you take a picture or a screenshot of a background or a photo of something where you can add font or writing over it. And just because it's 2023 January, we want to use something that's relevant to either your audience or the time of year. So right now, a lot of manifestation and New Year resolutions or improvements in your development, relationships, your health, your income, career, all that is really what's being talked about. along with, amongst other things. But if you were to post 3 to 7 pictures and you write on it, for example, it's 2023, you're working on your goals. The next one's like, remember why you made them and look at the progress you made. And then the next one's like, you really have come so far and I'm proud of you. And the last one's like, don't stop until you accomplish your goals. Super simple, doesn't take a lot of work. You upload it, and carousels are performing really well right now on social media platforms. It's not necessarily just pictures with words. You can do it with just pictures alone, talking about the best places you saw in 2022, or a recap of it, where you were at for vacation, and just show pictures that you liked. And right now that's how people are viewing pictures. Basically, instead of having to scroll to the next one or next photo, it does it for you. And so they get to see it and kind of engage with your content a little more. And because it keeps going on its own, it can lead to your account and hopefully get more followers in the process. So again, those are the 3 tips to make content creation easy in 2023. And hopefully, again, make it less stressful for you, less worrisome for you. If you want me to dive further into the conversation about content creation, efficiencies and processes to make it easier, let me know in the comments below. And again, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for the support. I hope you liked the video. And for those who've been following along, I'm back, so thank you for your patience. All right, well, that's it for the video. That was Coffee Break with me, Jorge Padilla. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Finish January strong, and follow up in about a few days, 3 or 4 days, for another episode. All right, peace out.